When someone teaches, two people learn. This is one of those valuable lessons that I've learned over the past few months, and let me teach this lesson to you through my nofap story. I was like struggling with nofap since last 3 years ago, and I was like watching all these nofap videos, and I wasn't being consistent with it because I was not just following the basics. I was not following all these things which like most of the nofap YouTubers tell you. I wasn't following them at all. And I was wondering why I'm not making any kind of progress and I'm relapsing again and again. What I would do was whenever I would fap, I would go on YouTube and watch these nofap YouTubers, and I would see someone making a 90-day streak, and like I would get demotivated that I'm relapsing on every third and this guy is making 90-day streak. And then I would see someone making 900-day streak, and my mind would fucking my mind would be fucking blown away by that. And now I have like this massive demotivation, and then I would say to myself that I'm gonna set a 900-day streaks, maybe a 90-day streaks, maybe a 90-day streak is possible for me, but that means I have to not fap for next 90 days. So I might as well do it now. This will be my last time. Then I would fap, and the next day I would do the same. And when I would keep repeating this thing, and when my nut sack will be like empty and I feel empty myself, when I'll be depressed because I've fried my dopamine receptors, I've emptied my nut sack, then I would like set a 30-day streak, and then I would see someone again setting a 90-day streak. I would read all the comments from these nofap YouTubers, and I would repeat the cycle. This was like my basic story of nofap. Even though I knew everything, I surfed through every nofap video throughout the internet, but I never made progress. Even though like I was doing fine, I wasn't doing it multiple times a day. After a while, I was just doing it twice, once in a 2 days or something, I guess. But I really wanted to make like progress into this. So I finally decided like to when I finally decided to make a YouTube channel. So I was like out of topics. So this was one of those topics that was on my mind. So I made a video on nofap, even though I wasn't following any of the things I preached in it. But as I was like writing the script of my video, it was as if I am surfing my pen to my past, highlighting my mistakes and rewriting them. And as I was like putting the pen and like pressing the pen on the paper to write words, I could feel the sharpness of the tip of the pen cutting through my brain. And I could feel this pain pain of the mistakes I've made, and it was as if I'm feeling that sharpness in my brain cutting through my ego, making me self-aware. It was like a different feeling. I cannot express it exactly what I felt at that time. But when I made this video and I posted it onto YouTube, it was as if I wrote my future because I followed exactly how I wrote it and exactly how I made it. It was like I wrote a guide for myself, and I exactly followed it, and I have been consistent ever since I've made this video with nofap. The thing I told in this videos were like the basic fundamentals that you can like one can follow so they can like avoid relapse. It wasn't like something how to set a 90-day streak, how to set a 900-day streak. I've been on nofap for 900 days. It was just basics because I was not following them myself. The things I told in this video was like you should not expect yourself to be on a 30-day streaks and like be consistent with no fap. Wait. You see, I made a video yesterday explaining why I should wake up at 5 a.m. and it's like getting to me. I didn't wake up today at 5 a.m. I waked up like around 7 because I slept late because I was having all this backlog of fucking like school, like whatever. Uh, Let me get back to my topic. As you can see, like I'm trying to finally understanding why is it so important to wake up at 5 a.m. to do deep work, because like this dog is fucking barking outside and people are talking right now, so I can't do any kind of deep work right now and I'm like being disturbed while I'm making this video. Sorry for my unprofessionalism. So let me get back to my topic. Like the things I basically told in that, like no, my nofap video was to be like, just don't expect yourself to do too much. Just if you are, for an example, you're doing nofap, like you're setting continuously setting streaks and then breaking it again, and then like you're fapping as much as you can, and then you're like again trying to set streak. Instead of doing that, what I told in this video, I was doing the same myself. So instead of doing that, what I said was, what you can do is, if you're fapping like do it weekly. If you're fapping like 3 times a week, do it two. It is a huge progress. You don't realize how much. Like I didn't realize before. I'm like trying to. I didn't realize myself that it is a huge progress by just skipping one day of not fap, one day of fapping. I didn't realize its power until now, and it wasn't like some hype stuff that you can like you should set a 90-day streaks, and it was just basics that it was just about like progressively overloading. And I kind of like followed this totally. And honestly, the last month, I've fapped like twice. Before, a month before that, I've fapped 3 times. And this month, honestly, I've fapped once. So maybe I'm gonna stick with this once, or maybe if I get some intense urges, maybe if I'm not like, if I, I'm gonna try as much as I can to not fap another time this month. But maybe I'll fap. Who knows? But it will be still some kind of progress, right? Like just fapping twice a month. It is so much better. It is so much better than setting a 30, 90, or even a 900-day streaks and getting back to the square one. I've realized this. I'm feeling the same benefits of nofap that you have when you are on 30-day streaks. Even though I am not like making huge streaks, I'm relapsing again and again. This is the wrong mindset that I have had before. But because I made that guide and exactly followed it, I've destroyed that mindset because I've lived through that, right? I've realized if I am to like get back on, if I'm to get again, or like something happens and I fap like 6 or 7 times a day, and I'm to get back on this, I wouldn't face a problem. It's like I wouldn't face any kind of problem. It's like when a wealthy person who is a billionaire, who like you might have heard these kinds of stories, that when a billionaire gets like tries to go and earn from like the square one, he tries to earn from the square one, and he is suddenly wealthy after, not a billionaire, but he's at least wealthy after like few months. It same applies to me because I've lived through this experience, because I made that guide and I followed exactly what I made, and I've lived through that. So I can go up to like like I said, I can fap 7 times a day and start from the square one, and I'll still be consistent with it because I know a lot of things. So I must say that mastered this art of nofap or whatever. If you have found some kind of value from this video, just make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.